A lot of people are very black and white about immigration, and people are people. You know, I feel like if I were unfortunate enough to be born in another country where life isn't great, you can bet your butt that I'm going to go somewhere else to make a better life for my family. And I don't know why we step on people who do that or not give them more of a chance. And I think that people should be a little more accepting of people like that, like my husband. I mean, he just works and takes care of his family, and that's it. That's all he was doing here. So I don't think that it's fair that he can't be here for, you know, years. And yeah, and people are very harsh about this. People are very opinionated. It's something that I didn't even discuss for a couple of weeks before I finally made a statement, because people can be mean. Yeah, the weekend before, or the weekend right before, I think it was Monday, that the ICE took him. It was really nice. Like, we had family, friends, everybody was over grilling. We woke up and it was like, you know, this was nice. This is what we want. And that morning he had gone to work, come home to take my son Scout to school, and kissed me and the baby, and left, went back to work. And I was writing some things down by the window, and I looked out and I was like, what is a cop doing here? That's crazy. So I look out again, and there's another one, and they have vests on too, so I was kind of scared. So I step outside with him on my hip, and they open the door, and it's my husband in the car, handcuffed. And that was hard. That was hard because to me, he's not a criminal. Like, he just went to work and took my son, and that's it. And they came up to the door, and they were explaining to me that my husband is being detained. They were ICE. I mean, I think I had a hard time wrapping my head around even what they were saying or comprehending it, because it was just so, you know, crazy. They did give me the keys to the car, and they came for his passport. And they just came in my house, and they were like going through our documents and stuff to find his passport. They wouldn't even give me the chance to do it. And I didn't even know what to say to them. I just kept saying, my husband is a good person, my husband is a good person, and crying, and they would not even look me in the eyes. I just kept saying, please, he is a good person, please. And they took him out, and he said, calm down, babe, everything will be okay. I'll call you as soon as I can. I don't know where I'm going, but I'll call you. And then I was in the window watching them, and I called my mom because I didn't know what to do. I mean, I can't believe that just happened. This was like our worst fear. And crying. And he told me, I think a week or two after that, he didn't want to tell me because he knew how upset I would be, but he said he got into the car with them, and they were laughing. They were laughing at me, saying, she's probably recording. As if like it's a funny thing that just happened to like rip a family apart. So he got to Clinton County Corrections about, I don't know, an hour or two later, and got settled in, and we were able to talk. And he didn't know much from there. He just knew he had an order of removal from a judge in New Jersey, because that's where he had lived, was New Jersey. And we did everything we could. We hired a lawyer. I had to talk to like a family friend to help pay for it because it was so fast. And we tried to do a motion to stop his deportation. So we sent in our marriage license, his birth certificate. I even sent in a note from my doctor, because I have like a neurological disorder through migraines, saying like I'm going to suffer without him. Sent in his tax ID number, his tax papers, his business, all of it. And they still came back to us and said, nope, he's going to go. And we didn't know. It's like at the hands of one officer to tell them, yes, you can stay, or no, you can't, from putting in a motion.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
How long was it from when you said he went to Clinton County that night, and then from there?
From there, he was there for about 2 weeks, and then they sent him to Texas. I don't know why. And he was there for probably a week, and then he called me and said, ICE is here for me. I think I'm going to Peru. And they don't even tell them. They don't tell them what they're doing with them. Like, they're not people. He didn't really know. So then I didn't hear from him for like 2 days. They sent him to Louisiana and then sent him to Peru. So yeah, it was a few weeks.
So it was a couple weeks from like mid-May, end of May by the time he got to Peru.
Yes.
And what have you been going through since all this happened?
Well, it was sad when he got to Peru. They keep them in handcuffs the entire flight. And my husband said they gave them water, but they did not feed them for like 24 hours. Like they're not their responsibility anymore. That's what it's like. And when he got to Peru, we had decided, he had made all of the money, and I was staying home with baby, so we didn't have a choice. I had to move out of our house, move all of our things. I broke my foot. I had to pull my son from his favorite daycare, his favorite day camp. Everything has changed. I have to get probably 2 jobs with 2 children. My mom can't really help me with the children. She's terminally ill. Everything is just hard. He has nothing in Peru, so I have to send him clothes, belongings, those things, and that's expensive. And then we have to go through this whole process to make him legal, which, we're going to do because it's important, but it's long and it's expensive.
You have a lawyer, your lawyer is helping you with that process?
Yeah, we're in the process of finding the right lawyer because I found out through this whole process it's a very complicated process, and it's very hard to understand, and it's been a lot.
And you said you're going to Peru to see him. That's the next steps.
Yeah, so the only thing we can do, my son and I have ties here because my older son, his father is here. So the only thing that we think that we can do while we're working on his process is to visit often if we can, money-wise. So we're going to go to Peru for about a month. He did come over here illegally to begin with, to make money for his family. And I think sometimes people don't think that, that's something that people do. They think it's just you come over here for whatever, or for drugs, or that's what people think. But his mom was sick and he needed money. So we met through like a dating website, and we fell for each other, and within 2 months we were married. And I did know about his situation, and we did think that being married would even help that.
Was he going through steps to meet with immigration officers, or did he have meetings or anything like that?
Yeah, so he had a court date that he had to keep going to. He had a tax ID number. He was legal here to work and pay taxes and do all that stuff. He did not update his address, and it got sent to the wrong address where he needed to be, and missed a court date, and that is why he can't be here.
Miss a court date.
Just a court date, that's it.
And how many
Just
court
one.
dates about had he gone to at that point?
2.
2.
Okay.
Yep, he would just have to meet, check in, say how he's doing, and then go about his business.
You said he worked here. What did he do?
He actually had a small company here, like legally. So it's a small cleaning company, so he would buff floors and stuff like that.
Did he have a long-term goal of meeting with the immigration officials as far as like becoming a citizen or just getting a green card? Or
And we were going to file papers so we could make that go faster. It was interesting to me because he told me that he came through Mexico.
Okay.
He walked through Mexico. He knew that he was going to be detained at the border. He came over in 2022. But what happens is if you don't have any crimes running against you, you can get a paper that says, yep, go ahead, you can go into the United States. Here's where you're going to go for your next court date. You just check in, do what you need to do. You'll get your ID number to work, those things. So you are let in, even though you're illegal, you're let in legally. So it's confusing, but yeah, he was let in to come here and work, even though he was legal. He didn't seem to struggle very much with like culture coming here. I honestly feel like he is having a harder time mentally with everything going back to Peru. Like he says, this is not my lifestyle, this isn't my life. Yeah.